Hi everyone and welcome to Perima's kitchen. Today I'm making sour herb dal. I already have my pea dal boiling. Next we're going to prep our sour herbs.
So the first thing I like to do is just chop off the ends, just a little bit of the roots, while it's still in the elastic or the rubber band. Then make sure to discard this band, keep it aside. You don't want it to end up in your curry. Then just take each one and flick it a bit. Have a look at the actual stalk. If it's very old stalk or too firm, don't add it to your bowl. All of the young stalks, definitely we want to add all of them. And I'm doing one at a time, but usually I can do multiple at the same time. I'm just trying to show it to you today. See, this is quite big, so I keep just the leaves. That's quite thin. I kept some of the stalk, thin stalk, thin stalk. And just remember, there's a lot of nutrients in those stalks, so don't throw them all away. I've cleaned both my bunches. I've kept one bunch aside, which I'm going to use to cook today. The other bunch I most likely will freeze it now. Make sure to wash it and rinse it in some cold salty water. If you go through my previous video of my brinjal dal, I actually go through the process of how I prepare my dal and how I portion and then freeze it. Today I'm going to go through the process again, but this is after my dal is boiled. So while I've been boiling it, you can even soak it overnight. You keep adding some boiling water until it gets a nice smooth consistency. Now I'm adding half a teaspoon of turmeric, some garlic cloves because it's going to continue to boil, and we like the garlic cloves. It is completely optional. You can also use crushed garlic either in the dal while it's cooking or when you're braising the rest of your ingredients. Also some salt to taste. And you can even freeze it just like this after you've added some boiling water, or leave it without the boiling water so it doesn't take too long when you are ready to braise. I am going to use all of my dal today, so I'm going to let it continue to boil on the side while I'm braising the rest of my ingredients. The first step is to make sure your oil is hot before you add a leveled teaspoon of mustard seeds. Always add your seeds first and let it pop before you add your onions, or you can add them all together. Followed by less than half a teaspoon of Jeera seeds. And now I'm frying all of my chilies. I'm using dried red chillies and green chillies, and one onion, and not forgetting fresh curry leaves. Saute that for a few minutes until it's translucent. And now I'm going to add the rest of my spices. Half a teaspoon of crushed ginger and garlic. Bear in mind I have added garlic cloves to my pea dal that's boiling. Less than a quarter teaspoon of turmeric. Again, I've added turmeric to my pea dal. And a leveled teaspoon of chili powder, and this will just help with the color as well. It is Kashmiri chili powder. You can turn down your stove while it's frying and then add some tomatoes. I used one small tomato. Next, I'm going to add some seasoning, just a sprinkle of salt. Remember, I have added rough salt to my pea dal as well. This is just enough salt for the herbs as well. And less than a quarter teaspoon of sugar. So braise that for a few seconds with your lid closed, and once your tomatoes are softened, we can then proceed to add our herbs. While the tomatoes are softening, this is how I cut all my sour herbs. I basically scrunch them all together, and within a couple of minutes they are all diced. And you don't have to cut all of your herbs, you can leave them whole as well. Maybe just cut the stalks if you want, so they cook faster and all cook evenly. And remember, they all will tend to shrink down as well, they do wilt. Also bear in mind, I'm braising mine with the chutney. You don't have to do that. See, all of the nutrition is in those lovely stalks, so make sure you keep them. You can also add your sour herbs directly into your dal. You don't have to braise it first. I am braising it today, but it's a quick braise. It's literally only about 5 minutes, because I will then add everything to the pea dal and it will cook further for approximately another 15 to 20 minutes. So first, for the quick braise, I'm adding all of my sour herbs. Mix your sour herbs into all of the spices. And once you're done, close the lid and let it simmer on a very low heat for approximately 5 minutes. It will all start to wilt down, and the sour herb flavor will combine with the rest of your spices as well. And very quickly, within that 5 minutes, you will notice that beautiful aroma of your sour herbs. And while it's cooking, you can also now decide if you want it to be very sour. You can even add a little bit of tamarind water. You can add it to your sour herbs while it's braising, or add it directly to your pea dal. So there are many other options for you to elevate those tastes. And once it's ready, you can set it aside. I'm now ready to add all of my braised herbs to my dal. And even though my pea dal is pretty smooth, once I've added all of my braised herbs, it will start to thicken even more. And then again, according to your preference, if you want it thick, you don't have to add too much of boiling water. Alternatively, add a little bit until you reach the thickness you are happy with. Once you've added all your herbs, take a little bit of your dal and add it to your herb pot. Like so. And then just mix it around in that pot. You don't want to waste all of that beautiful spices, right? And then just empty everything into your pot. Give it a slight mix. If you feel you need to add a little bit of boiling water, add it. If not, keep it on a low heat. And once you've mixed it, you're going to close your lid and let it cook for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. And if you feel more comfortable leaving your lid off, do that and you can keep checking on it. The aroma is unbelievable. I can't wait to tuck in. And after about 15 to 20 minutes, your sour herb dal should be ready. Give it another final mix and you again can decide if you want to add some boiling water or leave it thick. It's entirely up to you. You can turn down your temperature now or turn off your stove. And garnish with some fresh coriander. Nothing like fresh dhania. And you can then serve on butter bread. My father's favorite was on butter bread. Just pour the dal on top. Or with some rice and maybe some chili pickle, mango pickle, whatever your favorite pickle is. Shavaya is having hers with rice today. And she really enjoyed it. You know when they go for seconds or thirds. And my son Yavi, he's having it just like his tata on some freshly buttered white bread. I hope you enjoy the sourdough recipe and I hope you try it. In Durban, South Africa, we refer to it as dal and not dal like the rest of South Africa and the world. But I hope you enjoy this nonetheless. I do, however, call dal gos dal gos, not dal gos. So I'll leave you with something to think about. And let me know in the comment section what you call it. Is it dal or dal? Thank you so much for watching once again. As usual, all the ingredients used will be found in the drop-down description below. Please subscribe. Kindly hit the notification bell so you are notified when a new video is uploaded. Please like and share. And I love all of your messages. Thank you to each and every one of you. I am Selena. Have a beautiful day.